It's been nearly 2 months since we had a Ginwag and a proper catch-up. So chin chin, and let's dive in. Let's have a Ginwag. Hi everyone, my name is Dave. Welcome back to Wilde Reads and welcome back to another video. As I said in this very short intro at the beginning, and after some new titles, new music, there's a few changes here at Wilde Reads, including this, a new location for filming. So basically things have stayed the same, although they've moved around the other way. So we've still got the location over here for filming, and we've still got the location over there for filming. We've just changed things around slightly. So those bookshelves used to be on the other side of the room, and I'll still be doing most of the videos from over there. We've still got non-fiction corner down here, but we've added a desk. I needed a desk because I wasn't very organised. So this is my attempt and bid to be more organised in 2018. So we have acquired a desk. For those of you, I do realise that it's been nearly 2 months since we had a Ginwag, and there are roughly about 500 more subscribers here now that weren't here for the last Ginwag. So for those that are new, a Ginwag is what I call my catch-up videos. So Lauren and the Books has the lovely chat, Simon has a cuppa and a catch-up, and Dave at Wilde Reads has a Ginwag. So today's gin is this, Opia, anyway, it's Oriental spiced London gin, and it's very, very nice. So pull up a chair, grab yourself a beverage, whatever you want, alcoholic, non-alcoholic, cup of tea, cup of coffee, sit down and let's have a chat, because I've got lots to talk to you about. I've got a little list of things to talk to you about. So channel intro changes. I decided to, first things first, before I go off on a tangent, which I am prone to do on these Ginwags, but tomorrow, this is coming out to you on a Wednesday. On the day you're watching this, it's 6 months. Wilde Reads has been on BookTube for 6 months today. I'm amazed how quickly the first year, so this is the first half-year anniversary. I am going to do a giveaway for it. I haven't gone overboard. It's just looking back on the first 6 months, it's been amazing, and I've loved every single second of it. So thank you for everyone that supported Wilde Reads in the first half year, and long may it continue. I've loved it. I've loved interacting, I've loved the comments, I've loved the emails, I've loved making videos, and I plan to do it for as long as you'll have me, which hopefully will be a very long time. So that's that out of the way, and we'll get to the giveaway in a bit. What else have I got to talk to you about? There's so much on here. I don't think we can have a chatty catch-up video on YouTube without at least talking briefly, and I do mean briefly because this has now been done to death, but demonetisation on YouTube. Yes, I got the email, which was very poorly worded, and not at all well communicated by YouTube, but I do understand. For those of you, if you've been living under a rock for the last month and you haven't heard what's happened, they're basically demonetising small channels. So channels that don't meet the new criteria for paid for ads on YouTube, i.e. 1,000 subscribers or 4,000 hours a year of watch time. What I will say is, I think in the long run, the decision to do this is going to make for a better YouTube. And to be honest, YouTube's hands are tied because they haven't really got a choice. YouTube is a business, it's a big business, and it relies on money from advertisers. And the advertisers weren't happy. The people who placed the adverts and paid the money to YouTube, they weren't happy. Their ads were being run on content that was completely inappropriate for their brand. I fully understand why YouTube has done this, and if I end up being affected by it, if this channel is demonetised, then so what? I never came into this for whatever pittance that it makes anyway. I came into it because I want to talk about books, and I want to keep this purely about books. You know, I never expected to make even a second. I've got a day job for that, and that pays the bills. So I never came into it for the money, so I'm not interested in really the money side of things. I just want the opportunity to talk to you guys about books, is all I need, and it's all I want, and it's all I've ever wanted. So if I end up being demonetized, then so be it. We're not going to get bitter. I'm not going to get bitter. I'm going to get better. That is the slogan for 2018. If you've been affected by demonetisation, don't get bitter, get better. But one great thing has come out of it, and that is the coming together of BookTube. Out of all the small communities on YouTube, out of all the little niches that go to make up the overall BookTube community, of which BookTube is such a tiny part. You think of YouTube as this huge, great entity. BookTube is a tiny part of that, and the part of BookTube that I inhabit, the BookTube that talks about adult literature, that doesn't talk about YA, is even tinier. We're talking fractions of the overall YouTube audience. But the way that this community has pulled together in the wake of this demonetisation has been nothing short of amazing, and there's been some brilliant work done by other booktubers, small booktuber Sunday, and there's been shout outs, and there's been a real coming together on BookTube, and it's been lovely. And it's been, as a booktuber, it's so lovely to be part of such a tight community. So well done for all those that have been shouting out the smaller channels. I am going to do the small booktuber tag, because I'm not even sure, when do you stop being a small booktuber? How many subscribers do you need to not be a small booktuber anymore? I'm thinking around about 2,000. So I've got some way to go yet. So yeah, I'll be doing at some point soon, the small booktuber tag, and shouting out some of my favourite small booktube channels. So anyway, so that's all I'm going to say on demonetisation. What else have we got coming up in February? I forgot to say it right at the beginning. How is everyone? I know that some of you have been hit by this winter flu virus that's particularly nasty this year. The flu virus is particularly bad in Britain right now. It's not good. There's a hell of a lot of illness around at the moment. So I hope, if you are ill, I hope you're feeling better. And spring's on its way. It won't be long. Won't be long before the daffodils are pushing up through the soil, and everything will be looking bright and breezy again. February's coming, and unfortunately Vicky's mum has got to have some major surgery. She's got to have open heart surgery. Now Vicky's mum, as you may know, lives up in Yorkshire, so we've got to decamp to Yorkshire for a little while just to look after her, because all of Vicky's family live down south. So we are on part of a three-man team that's going to be moving up to Yorkshire for a week at a time to look after Vicky's mum and help her recuperate after her quite a major operation. I'll be pre-recording some bits and pieces, and I've already arranged for one of my favourite bookshops in the country. Is Vicky's mum lives in a tiny little cathedral city called Ripon in North Yorkshire, and they've got one of the cosiest, most beautiful bookshops that I've ever been to. And I will be interviewing the owners of the Ripon bookshop for a new series that I've got coming out called Wilde Reads Meets the Booksellers, in which I interview the owners of small bookshops and find out how they cope, really, and how the business keeps running in the age of Amazon. And with all the competition, with all the online competition, how does a bookshop operate and make a profit in 2018? So I'll be finding out all about that, and the way that bookshops entice customers through the door when I interview the owners of the Ripon bookstore. So that's something to look forward to. So we've got that going on in about mid-February. Also at work, my boss at work is... oh, I'm talking too much. I'm getting thirsty. I need a drink. My boss at work is a bit of a techie, and he recently bought a Google Cardboard. Has anyone ever got into this virtual reality thing? It's basically a cardboard box, and you slide the phone in, and you've got content that's been filmed on a 360-degree camera. So you are literally in the film. And I'm sure you've seen people with these headsets on. A lot of the gaming community used them to play console games, computer games. Dave, he said, the future of the book is not looking bright. Books are dead. If this thing takes off, then as an entertainment, books are dead. And I said, look, people have been saying this for years. People have said that for decades. People have said every new invention that takes people's time doesn't automatically spell the death of books and reading. I think books and reading are here to stay because for me, it's the best hobby in the world. I don't think there's anything that I've ever done or that comes close to the joy of reading, and I'm sure many of you feel the same. But how will be the impact? In recent years, we've been through the Kindle thing, and Kindle was supposed to kill off the book industry and kill off print books. Kindle sales are in decline. Printed books are on the rise, which is brilliant. So it looks as if the printed book has seen off the threat of the Kindle, and the Kindle has very much found their place within readers' lives. I've got a Kindle, I like my Kindle, but I don't want to use it all the time, and I don't want to use it as a replacement for reading proper physical books. I want to use it as an accompaniment. So when you're travelling, when you've got to go on a plane, when you don't want a suitcase full of books. So the Kindle now has, and e-readers in general, other e-readers are available. Leave your comments in the comments section below, if you would. What is the future of the books? Have books got a future? I sincerely hope that they do. It's worrying today because it appears that in this country, and I know well over half of you watching this are probably from the United States, and I don't know how many bookstore chains have you got still in America? Because over here we've only got one left. We used to have several. Now we've only got one left, and it's Waterstones. And you may know, if you follow Liv at the Book Nook, Liv works for Waterstones, and I think Will at the Bald Book Geek. I think Will's a Waterstones employee as well. But the news today is that Waterstones are likely to be sold to a hedge fund, which is quite worrying, really. And I tweeted about this today. I said, whoever buys Waterstones, can you please not spoil it? Because I remember a time when Waterstones was seen as the enemy. But now, because they're the only chain left, they're very much valued, and it will be horrible to see Waterstones in decline because they've just gone into profit for the first time in about 10 years, I think. So it would be horrible to see our only surviving book chain sold off and done away with. I really hope that doesn't happen. I don't think it will. Vicky might be starting a cooking channel. We've recently had to. I'm sure Vicky won't mind me mentioning this, but she's been diagnosed with slightly high blood pressure. So it was recommended by the doctor that we go on a low salt diet, which is all very sensible and all very healthy. And Vicky is, as I'm sure you're aware, and if you follow her on Twitter now, she's a very keen cook, and so we have been playing with the idea, toying with the idea of maybe Vicky starting a cooking channel on YouTube, on FoodTube. So I will keep you updated on that if we ever get round to doing it. I'm sure it'll be quite popular because Vicky's food is amazing, absolutely amazing. She's a brilliant cook. I think I've covered most things on my list. I'm going to do a giveaway now, which I don't often do. And this giveaway is, I've ended up with 2 copies of Dark Pines by Wilde Reads, which is a brilliant book by Point Blank. And obviously I don't need one of them, so I'm going to give one away, and I'm going to pick a person at random who leaves a comment in the comment box below. It can be about anything, it can be about any topic that I've talked about in this video. Just leave a comment, and in about a week I will pick someone, and if you supply me with your details, your postal address, I will pop this in the post for you. It's a brand new copy of Dark Pines by Wilde Reads. So it sounds fantastic. So I will pick out a random comment from the comments left below this video in a week's time, and I will send you a copy of Dark Pines by Wilde Reads. I'm doing a giveaway to celebrate 6 months on BookTube. As I said, I've loved every second of it. Thank you again for all your support for Wilde Reads over the past 6 months, and hopefully into the future. Well, that's it. I think I've spoken long enough and taken up far too much of your time. I will be back on Sunday with my January wrap-up. Did I say that right? January. I'll be back on Sunday with my January wrap-up. So until then, whatever you're doing this week, enjoy your books. And I will be back here on Sunday with another BookTube video. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.